And here we go. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love, 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 love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel the sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel the sweet release of peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. Yeah. Our next one is It's a Blessed Day. It's a blessed day in the morning. The sky is blue, the sun is bright. It's a blessed day and everything's all right. It's a blessed day, can't you feel it? Within your heart, God's love is true. It's a blessed day, you know God lives in you. It's a blessed day, will you share it? Upon your face now wear your smile. It's a blessed day, come walk with God a while. Come walk with God a while. Carol now. And next is I Send My Love, and Carol is coming to lead us. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountain. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns to me. Thank you so much, Carol. Okay, and next we're going to do the Lord's Prayer. So if you'd like to join hands across the aisle, connect with your neighbors. If you're not a hand holder, if you're new to our church and you don't like holding hands, you're not obligated to do so. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Thank you. You may be seated, and Barbara's going to come up and do the announcements.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Modesto. If you are a first-time visitor here at Unity of Modesto, we'd like to welcome you with a welcome package. So if you're here for the first time, if you raise your hand, if you haven't gotten a package, and we'll get one to your chair. I know I met someone new this morning, so I think he had his package already. Okay, and it just tells you a little bit about the church. Transition. I wanted to let you know that we learned this week that Howard Sword has passed, and Melinda is planning to have a service in Patterson. So if you could please include Melinda and her family in your prayers today, we'd appreciate it. Yes, Leah? March 24th is the service. Okay. Volunteers are needed. Greeters, we're looking for a few volunteers to greet the congregants on Sunday mornings as you enter the sanctuary. This morning I was greeted by two lovely ladies. And we want to extend God's love and joy to everyone who enters here. So there's a sign-up sheet on the back table, and you can sign up for just one Sunday a month. And if you arrive just a little bit early, to pass out the bulletins and the blessings. Love in Action, there's still a few openings for activities. So please take a look at the sign-up sheet at the rear table. And if you have some ideas for bringing us all together, this is just a one-time event. It's not all month long. It's not every week. It's not every day. It's just one time a month to bring us together as a community. Next Saturday, wow, this month has flown, is the preschool prep. So since I'm in charge of preschool, here we go. We've set up the first weekend in March as our official clean out date. So we'll be here on Saturday, March 3rd at 10 a.m. to get started. So we're calling all able hands to come and help, and we'll get it done in no time. Okay, so we're just going to do that fast. Is it supposed to rain on Saturday? Okay. Well, we'll figure that out, but we're going to be here anyway, so it shouldn't take that long. The room's looking good, but we do have some bookcases and things, so that we're not going to keep here. So in May, the Unity Regional Men's Retreat is coming up, and so flyers are on the back table. And I think that's it. So today's speaker is Reverend Cindy Farris, and Cindy is a licensed Unity teacher working on completing her Unity ministry ordination. She's also a licensed interfaith and religious science minister. Her passion is helping others to strengthen their self-awareness and harmony with God and each other. She's a great blessing to our Unity of Modesto community as we learn and grow together. She is. Let's give her a loving Unity welcome.
In your bulletin, at the bottom of the left page, there is our February affirmation. Aha, there we go. Up on the screen, too. So let's all say together, I am love. My thoughts, words, and actions reveal my loving nature. This morning, we're going to be looking at imagination. This is taken from Keeping a True Lent, from this year's copy of that, because right now we're working our way through Lent, and Cindy is leading us, and she's going to get us to use our imagination. I fill my mind with positive imaginings. I see my life as it is meant to be, good and beautiful. Just imagine, we often say, when describing something beyond our expectations, just imagine. In truth, we are imagining nonstop, from morning until night. The challenge is to make careful, conscious selections each day from the possible imaginings. We experience love, joy, and abundance by imagining with perfect assurance that we will experience those qualities. Everything that is manifest, Charles Fillmore writes in Keep a True Lent, was first a mental picture and was brought into expression by this forming power. Our task is to be sure that what we imagine is inspired by Spirit within us. By filling our minds with the imaginings of Spirit, we see and experience our lives as good and beautiful.
We're now preparing for meditation. I'm quiet, I'm calm, I'm at ease. I'm quiet, I'm calm, I'm at ease. Right here and right now, I'm at peace with myself. I'm quiet, I'm calm, I'm at ease. I'm quiet, I'm calm, I'm at ease. I'm quiet, I'm calm, I'm at ease. Right here and right now, I'm at peace with my friends. I'm quiet, I'm calm, I'm at ease. I'm quiet, I'm calm, I'm at ease. Right here and right now, I'm at peace with my world. I'm quiet, I'm calm, I'm at ease. I'm quiet, I'm calm, I'm at ease.
And as we move into this time of contemplation, this time of meditation, breathe into the calm and ease of this moment. Breathe into this community that is so filled with love. Breathe. Whenever any distractions show up, we just notice it, bless it, and send it away, and move back into the quiet, the calm, and ease. In our busy lives, we spend time running and running and running and running and running. So when we come here on this Sabbath Sunday, we can move into and reside in quiet, calm, ease, peace, joy, community. Breathe into this community so filled with love and quiet and calm and ease, and release all that does not serve us in this moment into the native nothingness from which it came, as we move into and reside in the quiet, the calm, the ease, and the silence. This time that we spend together is sacred. It's a time to go within and to spend time with God in the company of others. For wherever two or more are gathered, our prayers are lifted and boosted. And we know that as we spend this time together, we set ourselves up for a great week, meeting other people and moving into our mission, which is to serve. We are blessed beyond measure. I fill my mind with positive imaginings. I see my life as it is meant to be, good and beautiful. And if you bring your awareness back into the room, take a deep breath and center yourself still in this moment and this time. So just imagine. How you doing? It's been a couple weeks. Good to be back. Good to be home. I was watching y'all last week. I was in Pleasanton at a Young Living Essential Oils, a home show where my business was out there. So that's what I was doing and holding y'all in prayer and kind of wishing I was back here. So how many of you played pretend when you were growing up? What'd you do? What'd you pretend to be? Rich. You are. You are rich and wealthy beyond measure, Reverend Nancy. What else? She was a horse. She's as close as she can get. She has them. You were. How many horses did we have? I was a horse. What else?
Superman.
You were what? A spy. She was a spy. Yeah.
That was Superman.
He wears the cape at Christmas. Yes, he does. What else? Cowboys and Indians. How many of y'all played Army? We played Army in our neighborhood. I was one of like 2 girls on a block with 13 guys. I played Army a lot. Carol? The second Pavlova. She does dance. What else? Anything else? I was, does this come as a surprise? A teacher. How many, now this, I don't know, this might apply to everybody. How many of you imagined you had long hair? With the petticoats on your head? Anybody do that? Or a towel? Yeah, because my mother always kept my hair really, really short. So we had petticoats in the house for some reason, dress up, whatever. And we, this with the hair. Yeah. So, imagination is a great thing, don't you think? So, years and years ago, when I first came to Sacramento, I took a class called The Artist Way. Anybody ever taken that class? It's a great class. And I had a really, really creative facilitator. And so every week for 12 or 13 weeks, there was something to do, an activity, some creative thing. So we were always drawing and stuff. Now my creativity pretty much lies in the needle arts. So I knit and I crochet and I do needlepoint and all that. Drawing, painting, things like that. I'm 5 years old when I do that. So one of the weeks that we did this, vision boards was the topic. How many of you have done vision boards? You like them? I'm not good at them. If somebody would cut all the stuff out and I could just pick it, I'd be fine. I'm good with the glue, the cutting out and finding, not so great. But anyway, we did this, we had big ones, so they were huge. And we did them based on what's called the bagua, like I don't know, feng shui, thank you. And so each of the 9 places has something. So there's career, there's family, there's romance, there's health, and I can't remember all of them. So you have something in each of them. And it's a pretty creative thing. And you're using your imagination to manifest on these vision boards things you'd like to see in your life, right? So I decided I was going to play full out, because sometimes on these things I'm like, all right, okay. So I played full out, and I had glitter and stars and things stuck on top of things. It was a gorgeous board. And what a vision board is the manifestation of the things that you're holding in mind, which come from your imagination. It's another form of adult pretend. Would you agree? Okay. So, I'd like for you to pretend with me now. So, there's not going to be anything scary, I promise. It's not going to be scary. What I need, though, is your agreement that you'll all close your eyes. Okay? So if you just close your eyes, and pretend with me now. As I speak, allow an image to form in your mind. And what I'd like you to start with is the color pink. Now this pink can be your color of pink. It could be a light pink, it could be a dark pink, whatever you choose it to be. But imagine the color pink. And now shift whatever color of pink you have and add a little bit of orange in there. And maybe variegate it. So there's some dark pinks and some light pinks. And kind of swirl it around in your mind. And then, in the very center, I'd like you to form some petals. Any kind of petals you'd like to form. And they're tight and close together, but they're still pink. And as you move out from that center, add more petals. And they can be bigger, and they can curve a little bit. And you add more, and you can variegate the different colors of petals so that they're all still of a pink hue. You can add a little more orange in places, make the tips darker or lighter, whatever you choose to do. And continue adding that until your petals are about 2 inches in diameter. And as you look at your petals and go down to the bottom where the petals all come together, notice that there's some green there and a stick. And the stick is a deep, deep green. Like when the hills start to get really alive with greenery at this time of year, that deep, vibrant green. And on this stick are some leaves. There are 7 of them. So place 7 leaves on your stick. And the leaves aren't smooth, but they have variations in them. Some might even have some spots of different colors on them. And the edges are just a little bit jagged. Now hold that and bring it to your nose. Take a deep smell of it. Breathe in the rich, abundant smell. And now open your eyes. How close did you come to this? Anybody? How many visioned a rose? Okay. A chrysanthemum. What else came up? A peony. Yes. That would have been a good one. Yeah, peonies look a lot like roses. So how many of you envisioned rose, though? Your imagination did that. This is the power of your imagination. It's a power that we have, that it is innate in us and allows us to create in each and every moment. This week in Keep a True Lent, we began looking at the 12 powers or the 12 faculties of man. And today is imagination. Now, each power has associated with it a color, a place on the body, and a disciple or apostle, depending on your word, on your verbiage, okay? So imagination has the color light blue, kind of like Reverend Nancy's fingernails. It's that color. So if you don't know what light blue is, check her fingernails out. And the place on the body is right here, the third eye. Does that surprise you that imagination would be located right here? No. And the disciple that's associated with imagination is Bartholomew, who was originally Nathaniel. Now remember that any time we see a name change in the Bible, that means that there's been some kind of a change in consciousness in that person. So they have come to a new realization of who and whose they are. Okay? That's what a name change. Saul went to Paul, same thing. Now, the power of imagination is very closely linked to faith. And the place of body on the for faith is the top of your head, and the color is dark blue. So we're looking right here. Because in order for our imagination to work, we must have faith that we can bring forth. Without faith, that which we think may not manifest. Now, imagination is a state of being. It's a state of being because our imagination can change at any time. We can shift it from this to that, like that. How many of you have felt too tired to do something? I'm just going to sit on the couch. I'm not going anywhere. And then the phone rings. And somebody has those tickets. You know, the ones that nobody else can get to whatever it is. A hockey game, a play, a movie, the World Series, whatever it is. And all of a sudden, your state changes and you are dressed out the door. How many? Yeah, it's a state of mind. Our whole being is a state that can be changed at any time by our thoughts and our imagination. Imagination, according to the revealing word, is an attribute of God. And you are all godlets. We are all divine in nature. One of my teachers used to call us godlets all the time. My godlets are here. The revealing word goes on to say it is the formative power of thought, the molding power of mind. It is that which gives shape, tone, and color to thinking. In truth, every word, every combination of words has back of it an image, a thought picture. These images, these combinations of shapes, working in omnipresent substance, mold our lives. How many of you are artists in here? Like you paint or you sculpt or create out of, where's it come from? Do you make it up? Imagination. It is powerful enough to create a rose or some kind of a flower just from a description. What else can it do? And where is it limited? How many of you have heard the quote, imagination is more important than knowledge? Anybody? Albert Einstein. Did you know that that's not the whole quote? There's more. it goes on to say, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to evolution. I'm always a little sad when we only hear the first sentence, because the second sentence is actually the more powerful of the two. It stimulates progress. It is a part of our evolution on this planet. If we were to all stop imagining, what would happen? Thoughts held in mind produce after kind. Y'all know that one? Okay. So, why is it that we don't get everything we want? And if we did, how much chaos would that bring right now? If every thought that you had in your head manifested in here, there would be dogs and horses, Superman, what else would show up? What? Pardon me?
Army men.
Army men would show up. You know, I mean, truthfully, if we were manifesting immediately, this room would be filled with stuff and we'd have a whole nother cleanup to do. The key is that it's thoughts held in mind. Held being the key word there. In order for our imagination to actually produce something real, something tangible, something in our lives, for us to turn that dream into fact, it takes faith, it takes will, and it takes a change in consciousness. Faith that it will happen. Will that we can put some volition behind it, that we can put some action to our thoughts. And sometimes a change of consciousness from lack to abundance, from maybe to yes. Neville Goddard. Has anybody heard of Neville Goddard? Neville Goddard was brilliant. I found there's a whole bunch of YouTube videos with Neville Goddard talking. He was really popular around the turn of the 20th century, 1903, right in that area. So he was around at the same time that Charles and Myrtle Fillmore were. And he says, like God, we are pure imagination in and of ourselves. Regardless of what our reason and senses say, we can imagine anything and bring it to pass. Anything. Anything. We are pure imagination. And all we have to do is change our consciousness to manifest that. So back to my vision board, which was a masterpiece, by the way. Long story short, I'm living in an apartment. I'm getting ready to move into my new house, and there's a flood in my apartment, and all my stuff is still in the apartment, not in the new house. Everything. And that vision board was one of the things that was in there. And, you know, I'm moving, I've got this disaster going on, Surf Pro's coming, and half my stuff is going to the cleaners, and stuff is going into boxes, and I'm left with a suitcase full of clothes, and that was it. The vision board magically appeared back in my house. And things had fallen off of it. And so one day I was picking up the stuff that had fallen off, and I'm looking at it. Every single photograph that fell off that vision board had already manifested. It had no need to be there anymore. And it was like half of it. I mean, there was a lot. And since then, I was thinking about what was on there, more things have manifested. I finally got that cruise. Finally got that. And what I know is that if it's in your heart, if you have held something right here in this space and enough to put it on a vision board, then it can happen. Because when we surround it with love, when we take the imagination and the faith and connect it with our heart space, anything is possible. Anything. We can be miracle makers. You have to know what you want, and you must be specific. Specificity is the key to major manifestors. Those who manifest lots of things in their lives are very, very specific about what they do. So as we go into this week, I want you to take this thought, and if you find a few minutes to sit down, do this. It's pretty interesting. Imagine that a miracle has occurred. Could be around health, finances, whatever you want it to be. Your miracle, what it is. And the phone rings. What will you say? What will you say? So I'd like you to affirm with me before we move on and go through our week. I fill my mind with positive imaginings. I fill my mind with positive imaginings. I see my life as it is meant to be. I see my life as it is meant to be. Good and beautiful. Have a blessed week, everyone.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You Ooh, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
This prayer box sits in the back of the church, and this is where you place your requests, your concerns. These are prayed over for 30 days by our local prayer team and then sent to Silent Unity, where they're prayed over again for another 30 days. It's like that pebble in the pond that ripples out. Lots and lots of people caring and praying, and we know the power of prayer. So let us join right now and know that that infinitely loving presence that is in, through, and around us is in, through, and around whoever we have concerns about. Whether it's for health, wealth, support, love through grieving, inspiration, imagination, whatever anyone needs, it's there already as God in them. And we know that they realize that right now. We're so thankful to be a part of this. And so it is. Amen.
So if you would take your love offering in your hand and pray with me our blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Please join me in singing. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
We come into the presence knowing that God is our source of all, our health, our abundance, our friendships, our families. God is our source always. And we receive these gifts and blessings, knowing that as we receive them, they are blessed. And they roll over and move out to do the work that we here at Unity of Modesto are here to do. We give thanks because we are so grateful and so blessed. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Join me for the prayer for protection. Yes? And you can do a circle. And you can hold hands if you want. Or a snake. Or a triangle. I'm good. Either way. Big circle. Or a figure eight. However you choose to make it. We're good. That's okay. You're okay. Do you mind if I put my hand on your back?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, good. Ready? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
One.
Join us for coffee over in the